This class, first one coming in for you. Just what are some of the things you see top to bottom?
Yeah, really excited about just our coaches and the way they hit the road and evaluated this class. I think we got some really good talent. We addressed our needs in the offensive and defensive line. We need to get bigger there. Thought we did that. We got kids from Florida, kids from Georgia, got some linebacker depth as well, and got some speed out on the perimeter that we needed. And so people always talk about signing day as the big day. It's not the end, it's just the beginning. And for it to be the beginning, I thought we started really well.
Coach, you mentioned it, lots of Florida and Georgia guys. How important is it going to be for you moving forward to protect this backyard recruiting?
Yeah, we'll always take care of South Georgia especially. We'll try to scour through and find the best talent down here and then go throughout our whole state. And then with Florida being so close and us being one of the closer Division IIs to Miami in that area, I think we just got to make that our backyard as well. So we'll continue to do that. I know when you look at that 2018 team around here, that was done a lot then. So we look to repeat that success that they had down there in the coming years as well.
Were there conversations good to have with any of these recruits, just knowing that your transition here to Valdosta has been so recent? Was there any roadblocks along the way, or was all the recruits pretty smooth with that transition?
Pretty smooth. It's like I said when I took this job, Valdosta State football has a really big brand. People know it. People want to be a part of it. What we had to do a really good job of is figure out who could help the Blazers, because everybody wants to be a Blazer. And so I thought our coaches, again, did a really good job of doing that in a really short time. Luckily, we were able to lock ourselves in some rooms the weekend prior to getting out on the road and really do a good job evaluating the film and then putting eyes on guys and then being able to verify if they can help us. But make no mistake, I think the play sells itself. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was easy, but it wasn't that hard as some other places that I've been to convince guys to come be a part of a championship program.
Speaking of some other places you've been, having Torrin and Michael coming in, what sort of players are the Blazers getting in those guys?
Yeah, we needed some help on the defensive line, and those two guys are really good players. We recruited both of those guys. Mike, I recruited him when I was at Abilene Christian and got him there, and then so he's been with me in two other places, and so he's a really good player. They know the defense. They'll be coming in. Torrin being one of the smarter guys that we had there. They'll be coming in. They'll be able to teach the defense to the other guys as well. And so, and just kind of be in the locker room with those guys and let them know how we really are all the time, because we're still getting to know our current roster. So I think that makes the transition for us as coaches really, really easy when you've got players in the locker room that have been with you other places.
You talked about adding some depth and some size on your line.
Yeah.
Linebacker, you had some losses there, but you're able to fill in. So in terms of when you came in and seeing the roster, how did you identify those areas of need and how could you maybe expand on that?
Yeah, we cut the tape on, and realized that compared to our league on the defensive line, especially, we need to be bigger. Because the offensive lines in this league are really big. And then we have to match speed with speed. And so we were able to cut the tape on, watch a few games, and address those needs based off who we lost. And most of all, not just address the guys that we lost, but create some depth. We didn't have enough depth, in my opinion, when we got here. So our coaches agreed, and we looked to add to that depth. Whenever you make a run, as long as we've been making around here, injuries are going to happen, and you don't want the drop-off to be great from the starter to the next guy. So if you do that the right way, you're adding depth and you're able to cultivate that depth, and that way there's no drop off. You basically got a 1A starter and 1B starter at a lot of positions. When you're doing that, you're really good.
You added some height at receiver. You added 3 6'4" receivers, added a couple 6'4" tight ends. How important is that as well, just being able to have those big targets to catch passes in the middle and downfield?
Yeah, it's like we tell our players, most of the time in life, big people beat up little people. And so we want to get bigger. We tall receivers out jump small corners. And so we want to make sure we create those advantages, not just with guys that can run, but guys that are physically bigger and taller than a lot of people we're going to play. And so I thought we did that. And that's not done in that room yet.
How quickly you guys have been able to evaluate and get it done?
I'm very proud of everybody in our building. I mean, from Miss Angie to Miss Barbara, the way this building was clean. We had guys come in on a visit. We had 27 guys come in, and we had 27 guys become Blazers. I have never seen that. Normally, you're batting for 50%. We got everybody that came in here the other day that we wanted, and so I think it's a testament to our coaching staff, our support staff, but all the way up to the president of this university, Mr. Reinhardt, and just we walked into a really good situation. And it's our job to enhance that. But when you sign 32 guys and all 4 days on the road, it was a lot of gut-wrenching, gut-busting, driving around that our coaching staff did, and I'm very proud of them for that.
You know, having the signees come in, but you also finalized your coaching staff. Talk about the group of guys that you'll be able to work with and break down film and things like that. Just talk about what they bring to your group.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of high character guys, good coaching guys, but most of all, we got a lot of great men and women on our staff. And I think you got to have the right women in your program as well, just so guys can see how women interact in a football program. And so really proud of who we were able to get, really proud of who we were able to bring here. I think this community is going to be proud of them. I think we tried to assemble a staff that not only Valdosta State football and the university can be proud of, but South Georgia. We want to make sure we get the right people in here, and we've done that.